Stepping into my 60s, I can tell you that the profound lessons I'm about to share took over 3 decades to truly grasp, insights forged in the crucible of my own health struggles and countless missteps. This isn't just theory, it's a raw, unfiltered account of the 7 most significant errors I made, laid bare in the hope that you can sidestep the years of frustration, discomfort, and even misery that I endured. Looking back, I realize how stubbornly resistant I was to alternative viewpoints, often convinced I already possessed all the answers. My fervent wish is that you approach this with an open mind, a receptiveness that could spare you untold suffering. It's hard to say whether I'm simply a glutton for punishment or if fate had a different plan, but my past is littered with severe health crises. On one hand, this arduous journey has granted me a unique empathy, allowing me to connect deeply with countless individuals who presented with symptoms eerily similar to my own. While I wouldn't wish such experiences on anyone, they've undeniably equipped me with a profound understanding of the human body and its intricate workings. So, let's dive headfirst into these pivotal mistakes, revealing not just what went wrong, but more importantly, what I genuinely should have done differently. My first major misstep, a truly colossal one, involved my daily vitamin regimen, or rather, my vitamin obsession. There was a period where I was ingesting upwards of 100 vitamins a day, not just individual pills, but entire bottles. My wife can attest to our spontaneous detours to health food stores, driven by my desperate search for the next miraculous supplement. Our home eventually harbored what could only be described as a vitamin warehouse, a testament to my unwavering, yet misguided belief in their power. At the time, I was battling chronic fatigue syndrome, debilitating insomnia, severe arthritis, and a litany of other persistent health issues. My singular focus was to discover that elusive vitamin capable of injecting boundless energy into my weary body and alleviating my myriad ailments. This pattern repeated endlessly because, frankly, I was averse to pharmaceutical drugs and instead sought natural remedies. However, what remained tragically opaque to me then was the fundamental truth. Vitamins, irrespective of their potency or quantity, are largely ineffective if your underlying diet is abysmal, and mine unequivocally was. My diet was woefully deficient in essential macronutrients, the fats, proteins, and carbohydrates that form the very bedrock of bodily function. During this tumultuous period, I adhered strictly to a vegan diet, attempting to source all my protein from plant-based sources. In hindsight, this was an unmitigated disaster for my system. I simply couldn't achieve a sense of satiety or sustained well-being. Had I the wisdom of retrospect, my daily journey would have commenced with a substantial serving of animal protein. The critical role of protein, you see, is the ongoing repair and regeneration of our physical form. A significant portion of our body is composed of protein, necessitating constant replenishment. While a fraction contributes to energy production, our primary energy reserves derive from carbohydrates and fats. And here's another crucial pivot I would have made, shifting my energy source away from carbohydrates and squarely onto healthy fats. My past self, if I could reach him, would have been unequivocally directed towards a diet rich in fatty animal meats, a foundational change that would have profoundly altered the trajectory of my health. My second monumental error revolved around the pervasive yet often perilous world of detoxes. I wholeheartedly embraced various forms of colon detoxes, inadvertently flushing away not just perceived toxins, but also vital beneficial bacteria and crucial electrolytes, a practice that, as I later learned, can be incredibly dangerous. These cleanses often involved consuming virtually nothing beyond some fiber, apple juice, and a handful of supplements. The ironic tragedy was that, had I simply omitted the apple juice, with its disruptive sugar content, I might have actually entered a state of ketosis and experienced some genuine well-being during the cleanse. A critical lesson learned: never, under any circumstances, embark on a cleanse or fasting program while consuming sugary juices. I recall enduring the infamous Master Cleanse, a concoction of lemon juice, cayenne pepper, and maple syrup. It was a terrible idea, Fundamentally flawed, because the constant influx of sugar from the maple syrup perpetually prevented my body from transitioning into a fat-burning state. Consequently, I was perpetually plagued by an insatiable hunger and felt utterly miserable throughout the entire ordeal, leading to significant digestive issues afterward. But my misadventures weren't limited to colon detoxes. I also delved into potent herbal detoxes. I cannot adequately describe the countless times these powerful herbs, intended to release toxicity, instead triggered such a profound immune reaction that I was left bedridden and severely ill for 2 weeks. One particularly harrowing experience involved a gallbladder cleanse where I consumed a staggering 12 ounces of extra virgin olive oil, preceded by a handful of beet pills, foolishly thinking I could wash them down. The result was near catastrophic. The olive oil solidified in my esophagus, almost choking me to death. Coupled with the requirement to then lie on my right side for an extended period, it was a truly horrifying and utterly wasteful endeavor. All these extreme measures, in hindsight, were a complete waste of precious time and inflicted unnecessary suffering. My present self understands that the true path to wellness was far simpler and more sustainable. What I should have done was adopt a fundamentally sound eating plan, perhaps incorporating a few targeted supplements. The real key lay in embracing animal protein, a rich array of vegetables, and some beneficial probiotics and cheese. Such a straightforward approach would have effectively resolved so many of the health conundrums I was grappling with. This brings me to my third mistake, a pervasive habit of procrastination regarding my health. Throughout my college years, I repeatedly promised myself I'll eat healthy once I graduate. My diet at the time consisted primarily of carbohydrates, fueled by copious amounts of very strong coffee, leaving me in a constant state of exhaustion. If I could rewind time, I would implore my younger self to embrace healthy eating then, an easily achievable and surprisingly inexpensive endeavor. Simple choices like eggs or sardines would have dramatically enhanced my cognitive function. Instead, I perpetually battled fatigue, struggling through studies while my body yearned for sleep, much of this exhaustion stemming from wildly fluctuating blood sugar levels, a fact I was utterly oblivious to. The irony, of course, is that upon graduation, I didn't suddenly transform my eating habits. In fact, I then gravitated towards veganism, believing it to be the epitome of health with its emphasis on beans and clean plant protein. This proved to be another disastrous turn, as my entire gut became severely inflamed and my health spiraled downwards even more rapidly. It wasn't until much later that I stumbled upon and refined a healthy version of the ketogenic diet, a nutritional framework that finally allowed me to fundamentally reverse my declining health. Had I possessed this knowledge earlier, it would have been an absolute game changer. The overarching lesson here is stark. Do not defer your commitment to a healthy lifestyle until you reach my age. These choices will inevitably catch up with you sooner rather than later. Embrace healthy habits now, and I can unequivocally promise you a happier, healthier future. My fourth glaring error involved persistent right shoulder pain, a nagging ailment that plagued me for years. I was caught in a delusion, firmly convinced that the pain originated directly in my shoulder and required targeted physical intervention. Consequently, I sought out every conceivable therapist, chiropractor, and massage therapist, all tirelessly working on my shoulder, yet offering no lasting relief. Simultaneously, I endured a permanent, unyielding tightness beneath my right rib cage, a constant, perplexing discomfort that I couldn't explain. What I eventually discovered through immense personal effort and after navigating a labyrinth of medical appointments following the development of an ulcer was a profound truth. Right shoulder pain is an almost infallible red light indicator, signaling an issue with your gallbladder and the intricate bile ducts within your liver. Most doctors I consulted looked at me with a mixture of confusion and skepticism, unable to pinpoint the cause. The root of my suffering was bile sludge, a viscous, thick substance within my bile ducts that caused the persistent tightness I felt. and this tightness, in turn, referred pain directly to my right shoulder. The crucial lesson gleaned from this experience is to meticulously question the presumed cause of any symptom. Could the pain or discomfort you're experiencing be a referred sensation originating from an entirely different, seemingly unrelated part of your body? Always seek the true underlying cause, rather than merely treating the symptom. This profound insight transitioned seamlessly into my fifth critical mistake, my initial outright dismissal of intermittent fasting. When someone first introduced me to the concept years ago, my immediate reaction was, "That's nothing. There's no substance to that." This dismissive attitude persisted until I actually tried it and began to view it through the lens of our ancestors, who simply did not eat with the same frequency we do today. The insidious truth, often overlooked, is that frequent snacking inevitably elevates insulin levels. Every single time you eat, your body releases insulin, and it is this relentless, frequent eating pattern that underpins so many chronic health problems. Its significance is far greater than most people imagine. The constant grazing, particularly at night before bedtime, is fundamentally antithetical to how our bodies are designed to function. Our physiology was never engineered for such continuous consumption. The moment I ceased the incessant snacking, the changes were transformative. Not only did my weight drop dramatically from 201 pounds to a lean 185, but the persistent swelling in my eyes, a clear manifestation of an insulin problem and fluid retention, completely cleared up. My previously puffy, round face regained its natural contours. Many individuals who experience a perpetually puffy face or swollen eyes are simply consuming too many snacks and an excessive amount of carbohydrates. Intermittent fasting, unequivocally, was a monumental game changer for me, and I wholeheartedly recommend it to everyone. I believe the average person would greatly benefit from consuming only 2 meals a day, and for some, even 1 meal a day would be optimal. The reason is simple. Consuming too many meals constantly jacks up insulin levels. What you often perceive as genuine hunger is, in reality, merely low blood sugar, a consequence of running primarily on glucose. Your body can only sustain itself on glucose for a short period, perhaps an hour and a half, before it demands a little something. This cycle perpetuates a state where you're constantly fueling your body, yet you're essentially living on sugar, never truly converting over to efficient fat burning or ketosis. The fundamental purpose of adopting an intermittent fasting regimen is precisely this: to enable your body to effortlessly transition from one meal to the next without experiencing debilitating hunger. My sixth significant nutritional error involved my excessive reliance on kale shakes. While I still have several videos discussing them and believe they can be beneficial in moderation, my past self was consuming far too many. I was operating under the misguided belief that we needed to ingest a tremendous amount of fiber, a conviction that, for a time, I seemed to get away with without overtly obvious problems. However, I've since learned that for many individuals, overloading their system with too much fiber, especially from large, frequent kale shakes, invariably leads to bloating and significant inflammation in their gut. If I could revisit that period, I would have advised starting with much smaller quantities, gradually assessing tolerance levels rather than going to such extremes with kale shakes. Moreover, the issue with kale shakes often lies in the necessity to sweeten them, typically with fruits like pineapple or blueberries, inadvertently adding more carbohydrates to the mix. While I'm not fundamentally opposed to plants or a healthy combination of plant-based foods, and I believe most people can comfortably consume a moderate amount, some individuals require even smaller quantities. I no longer consume 10 cups of salad in a single sitting, nor do I recommend it. My current practice involves around 5 cups of vegetables once a day, though I frequently rotate this with fermented sauerkraut, which I consume quite often. Occasionally, I will still prepare a kale shake, but it's never a massive concoction. It's a modest blend, perhaps with a touch of blueberries, as I've become exceedingly cautious about excessive fruit consumption, especially sweet varieties like pineapple. Furthermore, I strongly advise against making a kale shake your breakfast. If you're going to have breakfast, prioritize a protein-rich meal. Starting your day with a sweet, carb-heavy option will inevitably trigger increased hunger and cravings later on. This leads me to my 7th and final profound mistake: a chronic, unrecognized magnesium deficiency. Magnesium, as I discovered, is a potent antidote and preventative measure against kidney stones. A deficiency leads to an imbalance, where an excess of calcium can bind with oxalates, which your body naturally produces, in addition to those found in foods like spinach, kale, almonds, and chocolate, to form stones. My personal experience involved developing a kidney stone, and at the time, while I wasn't consuming vast amounts of oxalate-rich foods, I was profoundly deficient in magnesium. I simply hadn't considered supplementing with magnesium over the years. This vital mineral plays a crucial role in preventing calcium from forming stones, a realization that has been a game changer for countless individuals, helping to dissolve existing stones and effectively prevent new ones. But magnesium's importance extends far beyond kidney stones. I also suffered from debilitating muscle spasms. Magnesium is fundamentally involved in muscle relaxation and acts as a controlling factor over calcium. Without sufficient magnesium, calcium can dominate, leading to increased muscle contractions. Indeed, I was plagued by severe Charlie horses and cramps for years. Furthermore, I endured years of terrible insomnia and persistent, overwhelming fatigue, all direct symptoms of a severe magnesium deficiency, compounded by a concurrent vitamin D deficiency. Both were colossal problems. I believe one of the ancestral advantages we enjoyed was obtaining ample magnesium from our well water. However, modern municipal water systems have, over time, largely stripped out magnesium, contributing significantly to widespread deficiencies. If you're eager to integrate these insights into your daily life, I'm offering a free download, my personal daily routine checklist, a regimen I meticulously follow to maintain the vitality and energy of an 18-year-old, even at 60. You can find the link below. Now that we've delved into these critical mistakes, let's explore the most essential foods you should be incorporating into your diet. Information I've distilled into the video linked right here.